Welcome to Beginner's Guide for the C programming tutorial videos. Welcome back. In today's tutorial, we are going to write the program to print this pattern. So as you can see, this matrix, this is a 5x5 matrix as we know already. It has got 5 rows and 5 columns. I'm sure that in the previous example that we have seen, we were trying to print the stars all over the rows and the columns. Here in this case is different. We are going to print only 1 star in the first row, 2 star in the second row, 3 in the third row, 4 in the fourth row, 5 stars in the fifth row. So how do we write the condition for us to print this one? So let's say this is a 5x5 matrix, right? I represent row, J represent the column. Let's say I is equal to 1 for the first row, I less than or equal to 5 because totally there are 5 rows. That is the reason why I less than or equal to 5. Then we are going to increment the I value. Then the other for loop represent the column, and then we already know we are going to print the star. That is the reason why in the printf statement I have already put star. Then what is the use of this one? We want them to be printed into the next line. That is the reason why we use this statement. Now we need to write the condition for this other for loop. So what are we going to write? We are going to say because J is equals to 1, because we need to print them from the first column, then from there less than or equals to, because what we are trying to print them here, first row, when the row number is 1, we are going to print 1. When the row number is 2, we are going to print 2 times. When the row number is 3, we are going to print them 3 times. So this star that we are going to print, it depends on the I value, isn't it? So when the I value is 1, star is 1. When the I value is 2, the star that we are going to print them is 2. So the stars that we are going to print them in the matrix is based on the I value. So here the condition what we are going to write, J less than or equals to I. What does it mean? When these stars the stars that we are going to print them in the matrix is depends on the value of this I. That is the reason why J less than or equals to 5. Then we need to increment the J plus plus. So what does it mean? Initially I value is equal to 1. Let's see, I value is equal to 1. 1 less than or equal to 5. Is it true or false? The condition is true. If this condition is true, what is the next step? We need to come and execute the body of this for loop. What is the body of this for loop? This other for loop is the body of this for loop. So again here we need to come and check the condition. What is the J value? J value is 1. 1 less than or equals to I. What is I value here? Initially the I value is 1, isn't it? So 1 less than or equal to 1. Is it true or false? It's true. If it is true, what are we going to print? We are going to print the star. Now where are we going to print this star? We are going to print this star in the intersection of I is equals to 1 and J is equals to 1. This is the intersection of I is equal to 1 and J is equal to 1. So this is a place we are going to print this first star. After printing the star, what is the next step? We need to go and increment the J value. What is the J value before? Before it was 1. When I increment the J value, now it is going to be 2. This J value is going to be assigned to this J now. J less than or equal to I. J value is 2. But what is I value? I value is still 1, right? So 2 less than or equal to 1. Is it true or false? The condition is false. If the condition is false, what is going to happen? This control will move out of this for loop, meaning it is going to come to the next statement called printf. So what is going to happen? The control will go to the next line. When the control reaches the next line, what is going to happen? From here it will go and increment the I value. Now I value will become 2. 2 less than or equals to 5. Is it true or false? It's true. If this condition is true, what is going to happen? It is going to come and execute this statement. Now what is the J value? J value is 1. J less than or equals to I. 1 less than, what is I value now? Now I value is 2, isn't it? So because I value is been incremented, 1 less than or equals to 2. Is it true or false? Is true. Meaning it is going to print this star at which place? I value is 2 and J value is 1, which is nothing but I value is 2 and J value is 1. What is the intersection of I is equal to 2 and J is equal to 1? This is a point. So this is where I am going to print the star. Then what is going to happen next? Now this statement is executed, then it is going to increment the J value. Then J value will be incremented to 2. After incrementing the J value, what is the next step? We need to go and check the condition. Now J value is 2. What is I value now? I value is also 2, right? 2 less than or equals to 2. Is it true or false? It's true. If it is true, what is going to happen? This body of the statement is going to be executed. So what is it? I value is 2 and J value is 2. So meaning we are going to print the next star in the intersection of I is equal to 2 and J is equal to 2. Then what is the next step? We are going to increment the, after printing this statement, we need to increment the J value, right? When you increment the J value, before it was 2, now it is 3. After incrementing the J value, then from here we need to go and check the condition. J less than or equal to I. J value is 3, I value is 2. 3 less than or equal to 2. Is it true or false? False. If it is false, what is going to happen? This statement is not going to be executed. Instead, the control will move out of the loop, meaning it is going to come and it will take the control to the next line, the new line. So what is going to happen from here? From here, it will go there. Again, the I value will be incremented. Before it was 2, now the I value will become 3. 3 less than or equal to 5. Is it true or false? It's true. If it is true, what is going to happen? The control will move into this for loop. So what is the J value now? J value is 1 less than or equals to 3. So what does it mean? So this loop is going to be executed 3 times because this condition will be true up to 3 less than or equals to 3. What does it mean? It is going to print the stars in I is equal to 3 and J is equal to 1. I is equal to 3 and J is equal to 2. I is equal to 3 and J is equal to 3. After reaching this third column, what is going to happen? Then I value will become 4, meaning this condition is going to be false. Again, it is going to come out of the loop. The control will move into the next line. Again, the I value will be incremented until 4 and 5. So when it reaches 5, what is going to happen? This I value will become 5. Then this J will be executed until the J value is 5, meaning we are going to print the stars in the 5th row in all the 5 columns. After that, what is going to happen? Then finally, the I value will be incremented to 6. When the I value is incremented to 6, now again we need to check this condition. 6 less than or equal to 5. Is it true or false? This one is false, meaning this statement is not going to be executed. The control will move out of the loop, then which is nothing but the program has come to an end. Now let me run so that we can see the result. As we expected, the same pattern is been printed here. Now the next one, this is a star. If now let's say I want to print this pattern, meaning in the first row I want to print 1, second row I want to print 1 2, third row I want to print 1 2 3, and fourth and fifth row, this is what I want to print. So this pattern is based on the value of the column, isn't it? So in the first row, I'm going to print the value in the first column. Second row, I'm going to print the value in the first and second column. Third row, I'm going to print the values in the first, second and third column. So this value is based on the value of the column. So if you want to print this pattern, so what do you need to do? You have to print the value of column. What is the value of column? Which is nothing but J. Save, then run. As you can see them here, 1 1 2 1 2 and 1 2 3 4 5. Why? Because this value is based on the column. The next pattern that I want to print, in the first row I want to print 1. In the second row I want to print 2 in 2 times. In the third row I want to print 3 in 3 times. In the fourth row I want to print 4 in 4 times. In the fifth row I want to print 5 in 5 times. So what does it mean? This value that I want to print is based on the row, isn't it? So if it is a first row, 1. If it is a second row, I want to print 2 times 2. If it is a third row, I want to print 3 times 3. So meaning this result is based on the value of the row, isn't it? So not on the column. This value is based on the column, whereas this value is based on the row. So if you want to print this pattern, just put I here because I represent the row. Save, then run. As you can see the result here, in the first row I have printed 1. In the second row I have printed 2 in 2 times. Third row 3 in 3 times. Fourth row 4 in 4 times. And fifth row 5 in 5 times. So this is how we can print this type of patterns in C program using for loop. I hope now you understood how to print this type of patterns in C program. For more tutorial videos, kindly subscribe to Beginner's Guide.